And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grinnell High School for tonight's Class 4A Region 1 volleyball semifinal between your Grinnell Tigers and the Xavier Saints, Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints, but now just known as the Xavier Saints. How you doing, everybody? Chris Juni here with you on a Thursday night for semifinal volleyball. The winner of this game moves on to the finals, which will be played next Tuesday for the right to go to the state volleyball tournament. As always, let's take a moment to salute our sponsors that help bring these broadcasts to you. They include Polly Ice Pizza, Grinnell Mutual, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Real Estate, Proline Building Company, Weldon Drywall, Latitude Signage and Design, Mayflower Community, Mahaska Communication Group, Prairie Lakes Church, Wagon Wheels West, S&S Electric, Unity Point Health, Grinnell Regional Medical Center, and Grinnell State Bank. Also going to give a shout out to our specialty sponsors. They include our game sponsors, Brent Nichols State Farm Insurance. Our scoreboard was by Kurtz Collision Center. And then we have our business card sponsors. You see those in the upper right-hand corner. You see actually kind of upper left now. And they include Corey Hall Photography, Grinnell Firestone, and then our specials, Strand 3 Theaters, and, as you said, Grinnell Firestone. Also want to give a shout-out. Since this is a tournament game, the Girls Union does charge, and we appreciate people who have donated, like Medicap Pharmacy stepped up and donated, and we are still taking donations. And I don't know, Dan, if you want to talk about that a minute, or okay, and just if you can email us or let us know there's a way to donate to help offset the cost of this, we sure appreciate that. But we're happy to be able to bring tonight's game to you. And speaking of those sponsors, let's go ahead and hear from them now, and we'll take this break and come back. You are watching Grinnell Tiger State Tournament Volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
It's more than just a game, it's a tradition, a community. Every Friday night tradition deserves a homemade favorite, Polly Ice Pizza. Stop in on 5th Ave in downtown Grinnell or order online at polyicegrinnellia.com. Go Tigers!
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
At Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, we know that the Tigers have a game plan every time they take the field or court. And at Ramsey Weeks, we have a plan for you too. Check out our website at ramseyweeks.com to get started. You can find all your insurance needs from residential to commercial, and if it is real estate you are looking for, you are one click away in the top menu. Here you can browse our residential and commercial listings. Don't forget, let Ramsey Weeks create a game plan for your new insurance or real estate purchase. Go Tigers! Now is the perfect time to start your new shop house or post-frame building construction project. Lumber prices are dropping to historic lows, and Proline Building Company is excited to pass those savings directly to our customers. We are offering special discounts on all new projects. Our construction calendar has immediate openings, so you can take advantage of today's low material cost without delay. Ready to get started? Visit us at www.iowadreambuilder.com and let's get started today. Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Hey Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to Tri Church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
This is a story about science. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We are your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
Mayflower Community is currently hiring nursing staff. If you are passionate about healthcare and the well-being of older adults, Mayflower Community wants you. Employees enjoy a daily meal, coffee cappuccino and lotus drinks, fitness center, and a family-oriented work culture that is flexible with your needs. You will find competitive pay and benefits. Mayflower Community, a place to call home and a great place to work. For more information, visit our website at mayflowerhomes.com or call 641-236-6151.
Tired of bad internet and bad service? Switch to MCG and experience the benefits of better internet. We employ a local team that answers the phone when you call. We provide same-day support and symmetrical upload and download. We offer benefits like free install, free router, and no introductory pricing. We offer internet that works when you need it. No data caps, no fine print, and absolutely no hidden fees. Sign up with MCG today and experience the benefits of better internet service.
Supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group, join the Grinnell Booster Club.
Hey Tiger fans, Colton here at Wagon Wheels West in Grinnell, and today's game day boot is this men's Twisted X boot. This boot is going to be super comfortable with that self-stretch technology while also being greatly durable if you have to go and work in the yard or you're out on the job all day. This is going to be the boot for you. But don't get it twisted. This boot is going to look wonderful under a nice pair of blue jeans if you got to go out on the town. And stop in, try it, and good luck, Tigers.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Back here at Grinnell High School, getting set for regional semifinal volleyball. Let's talk about how these two teams got here. Of course, Clear Creek Amana is the number 1 seed in Class 4A Region 1, and they are tonight hosting Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant got the opportunity to play Clear Creek Amana by defeating Keokuk 3-0 on Tuesday night. Conversely, Cedar Rapids Xavier is here in Grinnell, as Grinnell is the number 2 seed in this Class 4A Region 2, and Xavier got here by defeating Oskaloosa 3-0 Tuesday night at Xavier High School. So it's Grinnell and Xavier and Clear Creek Amana Mount Pleasant. Those two winners will meet next Tuesday at the higher seeds home gym to determine who goes on to the state volleyball tournament. That's how we got here. The Xavier Saints are coached by Nancy Olberding. They come in with a record of, they're from the Mississippi Valley Conference in Class 4A. Predominantly all 5A schools are in that conference. And Xavier, Cedar Rapids, or Xavier Saints are a 4A school. They come up with a record of 2-4 in the conference, 13-15 overall, but this is a very, very good volleyball club. They're led by senior, one of the co-captains, Macy Lucas. She's a middle hitter, outside hitter. They move her all over the place. She's 6'2", leads the team, has 201 kills and 51 blocks on the season. Also, the other captain is senior libero Josie Smith. She's 5'4". She has 26 service aces. Rounding out the starters are number 2, Anna Deitmeyer, a 5'10 sophomore middle hitter. Number 7, junior Kayla Miller is a defensive specialist, 5'7", has 254 digs. First-year freshman Sage Teagle gets the start, a 5'8 outside hitter. And Kiana Harbeck, a 5'11 outside hitter, number 12. And Maddie Ireland, a sophomore setter and right side, 5'9", has 427 assists for Coach Nancy Olberding, again for the Xavier Saints out of the Mississippi Valley Conference. For the Grinnell Tigers and head coach Sheree Sharp, they come in with a record of 4-1 in the WAMAC Conference, 14-17 overall, number 2 seed in this Class 4A Region 1. They last played a week ago, last Thursday, at the Walmack Conference Tournament at Solon High School. And they're going to go together with their usual starters. That'd be Caitlin Smith, Aiden Goslink, Lauren Loudon, Marin Sherman, Kendra Knowlton, Ava Sini, and then the other one I believe is going to be Caitlin Nath as well. So we're going to go ahead and turn the microphone over here to our PA announcer, Dave Schaefer, and he will introduce the starting lineups for tonight's volleyball match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Grinnell High School for tonight's Class 4A Region 1 semifinal between the visiting Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints and your Grinnell Tigers. Let's make the reserves for tonight's match. First for Xavier, number 1, Jonna Cooper. Number 3, Ava Young. Number 5, Madden Wilson. Number 9, Reese Dropstitch. Number 11, Gianna Pino. Number 14, Taylor Valente. Number 15, Emma Gatewood. And now the reserves for the Tigers. Number 1, Brooke Maschmeyer. Number 5, Karen Stallman. Number 10, Haley Harder. Number 11, Macy Lau. Number 15, Addie Gosling. And now the starting lineups. First for Xavier, number 2, Anna Deitmeyer. Number 7, Kaylin Miller. Number 8, Macy Lucas. Number 10, Sage Tagle. Number 12, Kiana Harbeck. Number 17, Maddie Ireland. And the libero, number 6, Josie Smith. The Saints are led by head coach, Nancy Oberding. Number 3, Kate Nash. Number 4, Aiden Gosselin. Number 6, Lauren Loudon. Number 7, Marin Sherman. Number 8, Kendra Knowlton. Number 9, Ava C. And the libero, number 2, Kate Smith. The Tigers are led by head coach, Sharia Sharp. Will everyone please rise and be kept, face the flag as we honor America for the singing of our national anthem.
All right, our national anthem in the starting lineups, and we are set for volleyball. Once again, the winner of this game moves on to the regional final, the Class 4A Region 1 final. That'll be played next Tuesday against the winner of Cedar Rapids Xavier Mount Pleasant. And that game match will be at the school with the higher seed. So if Clear Creek and Manna wins tonight, that match will be at Clear Creek instead of the number 1 seed. If Mount Pleasant were to win over Clear Creek and Manna and Grinnell would happen to beat Cedar Rapids Xavier, then that regional final game will be here next Tuesday. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Tigers have a very, very tall challenge tonight. Macy Lucas, number 8, 6'2", senior, co-captain, leads them in kills and blocks. They move her all over the place, I was told. And she's very, very good. I've been told she's certainly Division II caliber, if not Division I. So here we go. Game number 1 is best 3 out of 5 to 25. It's rally scoring, means every serve is a point. And then you have to win by 2. 4 officials tonight. We have a chair umpire, a net umpire, and then 2 line judges are all by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Association. So game number 1 getting ready to go. The Saints are going to serve. Our first game brought to us by Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Chris Genie alongside Dan Walker. Glad to have you with us here for this regional semifinal volleyball action. Tournament volleyball. There's a ready for play, and Cedar Rapids Xavier is going to serve it up. And here we go. Ball's up in the air. Bumped up by Grinnell. There's a set to the middle. Big swing is in. That time by Marin Sherman. So Tigers get the first point of the match, and they lead 1-0 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Back to serve for Grinnell is the libero, number 2, Caitlin Smith, a junior. Smith puts a ball in play. Bumped up by the Saints. There's a save. Tipped over and back. Bumped back by Cedar Rapids Xavier. Now kill to the other side, and that is off the block. Lucas was there, but Sherman hit it off the block, hit the floor, and that's a point for Grinnell, and Tigers are up 2-0. Good turnout here for Grinnell. The entire home side is full of parents and interested people, and the good student section turnout for the girls tonight as well. It's good to see. There's a serve that hits the net, but dug up nicely by the Xavier. There's a kill, and that is blocked back by Grinnell, but it falls on Grinnell's side of the net. That's a point for the Saints. And it is 2-1, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Subbing in now for the Saints is number 5, Madden Wilson. Wilson goes back to serve. Ball's up in play. Bumped up by Grinnell. There's a set over to the far side. Tipped up by Grinnell. Free ball coming for the Saints. There's a short set. Big swing that time by Lucas. There was for the block was Goslink. Also Loudon was there as well, but the block goes out of bounds. It's a point for the Saints. And we're tied up at 2 apiece. There's a serve up, and that goes out. Trying to hit that back corner. It's a tough thing to do. Goes out. It's a point for Grinnell. Tigers are up to serve. Marin Sherman now, the sophomore, for Coach Sheree Sharp. Steps up to do the serving honors. Ball dug up by the Saints. There's a bump. Ball passed over. There's a bump. Here comes a set to the far side. Knowlton goes up with a big swing off the Saints. Knowlton gets the kill, and Tigers are up 4-2. Exactly the kind of start you want if you're head coach Sheree Sharp and a Tiger fan. See if the Tigers can keep it going. Sherman with this nice serve, dug up nicely by the Saints. That's a free ball. Oh, I thought it was going to get over, but it hit the net. And that's a point for Grinnell. It's 5-2, Grinnell with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. What I mean by free ball is the other team doesn't get an attack attempt. They just simply get the ball over, and that allows the other team a chance to set up an offensive attack. There's a ball dug up by the Saints. There's a middle set to Lucas, and she just puts it down. Nice diving attempt that time by the Tigers. Just couldn't control it. Caitlin Nath had it, but just couldn't keep it in bounds. It goes out of bounds. Point for the Saints, and it's 5-3. Grinnell with the lead. Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints serving. There's a serve up, bumped up. There's a set to the far side. Knowlton with a big swing comes up, and it is off the Saints. Tigers swinging it well early on. Subs in for Grinnell. Number 11, Macy Lau checks in. Also number 5, Taryn Stallman coming in. So on the front line you got Knowlton, Stallman, and Goslink. And Macy Lau, a freshman, back serving. Mason becomes a setter. There's a bump up by the Saints. There's a set to the far side. Lucas with a big swing. That was a lot of Tiger fans saw that hit the net, but they play on, and there's a big swing by Gosling. That's blocked by the Saints. Sent over to Knowlton. She puts it down, and that's out of bounds. So good blocks on both sides of the net. But the point goes to the Saints. 6-4, Grinnell with the lead here. Game number 1, best 3 out of 5. As you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Lucas now back to serve, senior co-captain, 6'2". There's a ball dug up by Grinnell. It's a set over to Knowlton. She puts the swing on that, just a miss hit. She knew it right away. She tapped her shoulder and said, "That's me." Point for the Saints, and it's 6-5. Grinnell still with the lead. Lucas set to serve. That serve just gets over the net. Wow, what a serve. Over to Knowlton. Big swing, dug up nicely by the Saints, and then down. What a dig that time by number 10 for the Saints, Sage Teagle, the freshman. Knowlton unloaded on that one, hit it hard, but she dug it up, but just couldn't control it. Point for the Tigers, and they lead 7-5 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Now Aiden Gosling back to serve for the Tigers. Gosling puts it in play. There's a set up. Kill attempt is way long. No tip called. That's a point for Grinnell. The Tigers lead 8-5. Aiden serves it up. There's a set up to the net. That is tipped up by Xavier. A couple of Tiger fans wanted to play at the net. Xavier reached over the plane of the net to make the play. But no such call, and point for the Saints, and it's 8-6 Grinnell on a Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. There's a serve up by Pinot. Set to the far side. Stallman takes a swing. Dug up by the Saints. Short set to the backside. Big swing. Dug up nicely by Grinnell. Here comes a set to the backside. Knowlton takes a swing. Dug up by the Saints. Hits off the ceiling. And that is a point for Grinnell. Now that would have been able to have been played. If it hits the ceiling and stays on your side of the court, you can still play that as the team that hit it. But since they didn't get to it, it hit the ground. That's a point for Grinnell. It's 9-6 Tigers. Kendra Knowlton back to serve. One of those little funky rules from volleyball. Dig up by the Saints. Set to the near side. Big kill attempt, and that's a nice one. Off the block. Stallman got a piece of it, but not enough to stop it. Fell short of the diving Caitlin Smith. Hits the ground, and it's a point for Xavier. Again, I'm so used to calling them Cedar Rapids, but I was told they are called the Xavier Saints now. So we'll do our best to get that call going. There's the ball dug up by Grinnell. Set over to the far side. Big swing by the Tigers. Sherman with the swing. There's a short set to the middle. Lucas tries to find the open hole. Nice diving play by Grinnell. Free ball over. Tigers got to get it over. They do. Now the Saints reset. There's a short set to the far side. Swung up and dug up by Grinnell. Tigers giving chase, but just couldn't control it. That's a point for the Saints, and it's 9-8. Grinnell still with the lead here in game number 1. Kaylin Miller back to serve for the Saints. Dug up nicely by Grinnell. There's a set to the far side. Sherman with a big swing off the block, goes out of bounds. Again, that time Deitmeyer was there along with Harbeck, and they had the piece of it, but it just blocked it out of bounds. Point for Grinnell. It's 10-8 Tigers. Subs back in for Grinnell. Caitlin Nath checking in. Also looks like number 6, Lauren Loudon back in. Nath back to serve. There's a serve up by a nice dig by the Saints. Wow. Short set to the middle. And Lucas, that's what she does best. You give him that short set like that, and Lucas just hammers it home. What I mean by short set is, if you notice, a lot of the sets go way high up in the air to the outside. A short set is usually done to the middle hitter and is not hit as high, so the defense doesn't have time to react, and the middle hitter gets it and hammers it home like Lucas did there. There's a serve by the Saints. It goes long. Point right back to Grinnell. And it's 11-9, Tigers with the lead, as you see in our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Now Caitlin Smith, a junior libero, back to serve. Smith puts it up. There's a bump. Set, short set. Lucas again. They put her anywhere. She's going to hit the ball a lot. You're going to hear me say Macy Lucas a lot tonight because that is predominantly who they go to. And with good reason. She's a very fine-looking volleyball player, fine-looking athlete. 11-10, Tigers with the lead. There's a ball bumped up, free ball coming over for the Saints. They'll have a chance here. There's a bump, the set, and a fake set, and that time nicely done by the setter. That's called a dink. The setter looks like they're going to set it to their hitter, then they just dink it over. And caught the Tigers, and we are tied up at 11 apiece. Tigers got to dig down. Xavier scored 3 in a row here. Serve is up. Dug out by Grinnell. There's a set to the middle. Gosling with a big swing, and Aiden Gosling hammers it home, showing that jump height from her long jump, second place long jump at the state track last May. Aiden going to pursue track in college, what she's done here, her senior year. Point for Grinnell, 12-11 Tigers. Sherman back to serve, puts it in. Dug up by the Saints. Short set coming to the near side. Big swing, and that is hammered home. That time, number 10, Sage Teagle, 5'10" freshman, hammering that home. We are tied up at 12 here, game number 1. There's the ball put into play. Set over the far side to Knowlton. Knowlton takes a swing, and on the block was Lucas, but again, couldn't control it. Goes out of bounds off of Lucas. It'll be a point for Grinnell. Sub in for the Tigers is number 11. That's Macy Lau checking in. And Stallman coming in as well. So the front line is Gosling, Stallman, and Knowlton. Serve up by Lau. There's a save up by the Saints, and Dig just mishit it there on the serve receive. It's a point for Grinnell. Tigers are up 2, 14-12. Again, game number 1, best 3 out of 5. Moves on. Each game goes to 25, and you must win by 2. There's a serve up. Ball is bumped up by the Saints. The back set to the far side. Lucas with a big swing. Nice diving play by Grinnell. Tigers save it. Knowlton puts it up. Blocked back by Lucas. And it's in. That time, Lucas also over there was number 17, Maddie Ireland. And they put the block away. Get the point. It's 14-13. Tigers with the lead. Lucas to serve. Dig up by Grinnell. There's a set to the backside. Knowlton just has to get it over. There's a save up by the Saints, and then tipped over by Xavier. Wasn't as hard a hit. Now we got a timeout coming by Grinnell. 14-all here in game number 1. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
The score of any game is generally forgotten over time,
But the actions of players, coaches, and fans are remembered.
Sportsmanship is an attitude that can have a positive influence on everyone around you.
In the stands and on the court.
How do you want to be remembered?
Support your team positively and enjoy the game.
and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
It's more than just a game, it's a tradition, a community. Every Friday night tradition deserves a homemade favorite, Polly-I's Pizza. Stop in on 5th Ave in downtown Grinnell or order online at pollyi'sgrinnellia.com. Go Tigers!
Out of bounds, point for Grinnell. It's 15-14. Now Tigers will be serving Aiden Gosling. Waiting the ball. Aiden puts it up and in play. Dug up by the Saints. Nicely done. There's a set to the far side. Coming up, digging up by the Saints on the attack. To the near side set. Tipped by Grinnell. There's a bump. And the set over to Knowlton on the far side. Big swing blocked by the Saints, and it hit the net. Let's see. They're going to say that was not blocked by Cedar Rapids Xavier, but hit the net for 4 hits. Tiger fans did not like that call, as you can hear. Some of the officials in the stands. Well, that's a point for Xavier. We're tied at 15. Served by the Saints. Bumped up by Grinnell. There's a set over Tigers just have to get it over. There's a short set to the middle. Lucas tips it up. There's a bump by Grinnell. Backs it over to Knowlton. Big swing by Kendra. Dug up by the Saints. There's a set to the back to the far side. Tipped up and blocked. Let's see. It is going to be out of bounds. That one was out of bounds. And that'll be a point for Grinnell. Now back to service Kendra Knowlton for Grinnell. Tigers up 16-15 here in game number 1, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Dug up by the Saints. That one's just up and over. There's a set to the far side. Big swing by Sherman off the block again and out of bounds. That time Kiana Harbeck was there, but got the piece of it, but it went out of bounds. It's a point for Grinnell, and Tigers lead 17-15. Knowlton back to serve. Gets the location placement from assistant coach Shane Hart. They flash a number, and that's where they're telling her where to serve the ball to. Big swing, blocked back by Grinnell. Stallman was right there. Also Caitlin Nath. But the way they're reacting, I think, check that. Avicini was there. I think Stallman got all of that. And the senior blocks the back, and Tigers are up 3, 18-15 here in game number 1. Knowlton set to serve. And that serve goes out. So point over to Xavier. It's 18-16. Saints serving. Ball's dug up by Grinnell. Nicely done. There's a set to the near side. Stallman with a big swing, but couldn't get over on top of it. It was long, and it's a point for the Saints, and it's 18-17. Here's a serve. That's a missed the serve receive that time. Point for the Saints. We are tied up at 18. Saints have scored 3 in a row. It was 18-15. They've scored 3 in a row. We are tied at 18 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. There's a ball dug up by Grinnell. Set over the far side. Sherman with a big swing. Blocked by the Saints. Played up. They have to get it up and over. And they do. Tip back by Grinnell. Tipped up by the Saints. Hit over by the Saints. Tigers have a chance here. There's a set to the far side. Sherman with a swing. Off Cedar. And they're going to call a violation. But no, violation on Cedar Rapids Xavier. Okay. Call that on number 2 is in the net, they said. That's a point for Grinnell. It's 19-18 Tigers. And they stopped that 3-point run by the Saints. Caitlin Nath back to serve for Grinnell. Nath puts it in play. Nice dig up there by the Saints. Going to be a free ball over. Tigers have a chance here. There's a bump. And then there's a set to the backside. Big swing. That time blocked back by the Saints. Tipped up and over by Grinnell. Saints on the attack. There's a short set to the middle. Big swing. Blocked up by Grinnell. Set over to Sherman. She tips it up and over, but right there is the Saints. They're going to tip it up. Set to the near side. Big swing blocked by Grinnell. Another swing up to the backside. That's tipped up and over, and that goes down. And Coach Hart and Sheree Sharp thought that they reached over the net and made the play, but the official shakes them off. So it's a point for Xavier. The ball's going to be at the net at 50-50. You cannot reach over that to make a play. That's what the Grinnell coach has stopped, but the official waved it off, so we are tied at 19. There's a bump, and the set. Big swing by Sherman, and it drops in, I think. No, it's out. So Xavier takes the lead for the first time this match, 20-19. Big point right here. You don't want to get down 2. Saints are serving with the lead. There's a serve up. Bumped up by Grinnell. There's a set here to the near side. Swung on and a miss hit that time by the Tigers, Lauren Loudon. Just had a miss hit. And it's 21-19. Saints serving. Ball is dug up. There's a set to the middle. Big swing by Grinnell. The Saints have a chance here. There's a set up and over, and they find the open hole right behind. And we're going to get a timeout. 22-19. Saints have scored 4 in a row. They lead 22-19. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
When change and uncertainty define the times, it's good to anchor to your roots, to honor and nurture them, to remember how it all started, and let that help build the future. Because we know a strong future is built on a solid past, and that past promises mean future follow-through. You can trust us to protect what you grow, build, own, and value. Trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual.
Back here at Grinnell High School, one of our many fine sponsors is Strand 3 Theaters here in Grinnell. Showing now, or starting tomorrow through next Thursday, is Black Phone 2, rated R, Tron Ares 2D, rated PG-13, and Roofman, rated R, all showing at the Strand 3 Theaters located on Main Street in downtown Grinnell, a proud sponsor of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. So the Saints have scored 4 straight. They lead 22-19. Tigers, needless to say, need at this point. There's a set. Middle play that time by Grinnell, and that's a kill that time by Marin Sherman from the back row. If you see that orange line there on the Tiger side of the net, just to the left of the center court, that's the attack line. As long as you jump behind that and hit the ball, you can land in front of that, but you must be behind when you take off, and that's what you did, and a huge point for Grinnell. Tigers now trail 22-20. There's a set to the middle. Big swing, blocked right back by Grinnell. Aiden Goslick right there. Wow. Aiden getting up and blocking that by Harbeck. Tigers needed that. It's 22-21. Junior Caitlin Smith serving for Grinnell. There's this bump in the back set. Harbeck with a set, and that's going to be called a carry. Harbeck can't believe it. Neither can Coach Olberding. They're both looking at the official, saying she carried that. She's talking to the down official. Here from what you can see. And didn't send the captain over, so now we're tied at 22 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. There's a serve up by Grinnell. There's the bump. And the set to the middle, and Lucas wasn't ready for it. A little bit of this timing thing. And now kind of chirping a little bit each other there. And timeout taken by Xavier. We'll take one as well. 23-22, Grinnell with the lead. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
At Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, we know that the Tigers have a game plan every time they take the field or court. And at Ramsey Weeks, we have a plan for you too. Check out our website at RamseyWeeks.com to get started. You can find all your insurance needs from residential to commercial, and if it is real estate you are looking for, you are one click away in the top menu. Here you can browse our residential and commercial listings. Don't forget, let Ramsey Weeks create a game plan for your new insurance or real estate purchase. Go Tigers!
Or one. Back here at Grinnell High School, 23-22, Tigers with the lead here in game number 1. Best 3 out of 5. Caitlin Smith serving. Smith puts the ball in play. There's a bump by Xavier. There's a set. Stalupkas, big swing. It's blocked. Tigers were there. Goslick was there. Got a piece of it, but he just spun down the net and just would not go over. It fell on Grinnell's side. We are tied up at 23. That's strength against strength there. Lucas against Gosling, and Aiden just missed that one. 23-all serving are the Saints. There's a bump by Grinnell. There's a set to the backside. Big swing by Sherman, and she gets it to go down. Marin Sherman gets the kill, and Tigers are at game point, 24-23. Tigers serving. Sherman now back to serve. Ball's in play. Bumped up by the Saints. There's a set to the middle. Lucas, dig up nicely by Grinnell. Diving play. Saints again to Lucas in the middle. Big swing, and boy, when they need it, they know who they go to, number 8. And we are tied up at 24. Wow. What a first game here. High school semifinal volleyball, regional semifinal volleyball on Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Saints to serve on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. That serve is in. Tigers let it go, and now the Saints are at game point, 25-24. Dug up by Grinnell. Set to the far side. Knowlton with a swing. Dug up nicely by the Saints, and that is out. They could have played that. It hit off the roof. But we are tied back up at 25, and again, you must win by 2. Subs in now for Grinnell. Lau and Stallman come in. So front line is Stallman, Knowlton, and Gosling. Lau to serve. Bumped up by the Saints. There's a set to the backside. Tipped up and over. Nice dig by Grinnell. Now set over to Knowlton. It's tipped by the Saints. Dug up. There's a set to the middle, and that ball is out. Wilson couldn't get over on top of it, and the Tigers now are up 26-25, and another game 1 point here serving for Grinnell. Lau to serve. And that serve goes out. Point for the Saints. We're tied back up at 26. Mason Lucas, senior co-captain, back to serve. Lucas puts it in play. Dug up by Grinnell. Free ball over. Saints will have a chance on the attack. There's the bump. And the set. Back to Lucas. And she swings, and it's long. Try to have Lucas attack from that back row, and certainly capable, just couldn't get it done there. And Tigers again up 27-26, serving for game point. Aiden Gosling back to serve for Grinnell. Our 3rd game point of this first game. Gosling with a serve. Bumped up by the Saints. There's a set. Over to the near side, big swing, dug up nicely by Grinnell. Hits the ceiling, Tigers can still play it. Set to Knowlton, hits the line and in. Tigers get game 1. Wow, 28-26, Tigers win game 1. We'll take this 2-minute break and come back. You're watching high school semifinal volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today. Now is the perfect time to start your new shop house or post frame building construction project. Lumber prices are dropping to historic lows, and Proline Building Company is excited to pass those savings directly to our customers. We are offering special discounts on all new projects. Our construction calendar has immediate openings, so you can take advantage of today's low material cost without delay. Ready to get started? Visit us at www.iowadreambuilder.com and let's get started today.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
Mayflower Community is currently hiring nursing staff. If you are passionate about healthcare and the well-being of older adults, Mayflower Community wants you. Employees enjoy a daily meal, coffee cappuccino and lotus drinks, fitness center, and a family-oriented work culture that is flexible with your needs. You will find competitive pay and benefits. Mayflower Community, a place to call home and a great place to work. For more information, visit our website at mayflowerhomes.com or call 641-236-6151.
Back here at Grinnell High School, both teams back out on the court. A very exciting game number 1, won by Grinnell, 28-26. They win game number 1 by that score. We're getting set for game number 2. The official checks the placement. Tomorrow night, of course, the Grinnell Tiger football team hosts the Pella Dutch at TT Crane Field. We'll have that game for you. Pretty simple. We talked about the playoff and all the formulas and everything. It's simple. Tigers win, they're in. They lose, they're out. And by that, in and out, I mean out of the playoffs. So that's how simply. I'm not even going to the playoff scenarios and the equations. It's not worth it. But we'll have that game for you tomorrow night. 7:15 pregame, 7:30 kick right here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Our game number 2 brought to us by Brett Nichols State Farm Insurance. Tiger serve. There's a big swing by the Saints. Dug up nicely by Grinnell. Set to the far side. Sherman with a swing tipped by the Saints. Bumped up. Set to the backside. Big swing blocked back by Grinnell, and that hit the net. Yes. And that was not blocked by Grinnell. That hit the net, and that's a point for Grinnell. The Tigers get the first point in this game number 2. Caitlin Smith set to serve. There's a serve, bumped up by the Saints. Back set. Ball dug up nicely by Grinnell. Set over now again to Sherman. She jumps up, tries to go for that corner. Nice dig by the Saints. Wow, that was headed for a point, and they dug it out. Tigers dig it out as well. There's Sherman going up. Big swing. Blocked right back. That time the Saints were there to get the block. Kiana Harbeck was there. Blocked it back off Grinnell out of bounds, and it's a point for the Saints. We are tied up at 1-1. As you see in our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard here in game number 2. Served up by the Saints. Bumped up by Grinnell. Back set to the near side. Sherman with a swing, and that goes off the block. And tipped by the Saints blocking front, and then tipped off a Saints player. Hits the ground. Point for Grinnell. It's 2-1 Tigers. Marin Sherman back to serve for Grinnell. There's a short set to them. A big swing by the Saints, dug up by Grinnell. There's a back set, and that is way long. And just, again, one of those miss hits there that just happen from time to time. Point for the Saints, and it's tied up at 2 apiece on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Back to serve for Xavier is the libero number 6, Josie Smith. She's a senior libero for Coach Nancy Olberding. Ball served up, dug up by Grinnell. There's a set over to Knowlton. Big swing by Kendra, and it hits the line and drops in. Saints players were hoping to go out, but Knowlton got on top of it, got that spin, and made a drop in. It's a point for Grinnell, and Tigers lead 3-2. Subs in for Grinnell. Lau and Stallman in for the Tigers. Lau back to serve. There's a serve up by Macy. Dug up nicely by the Saints. There's a set to the middle. Lucas with a swing. Dug up nicely by Grinnell. Free ball over. Tigers do get it over. A chance for the Saints. There's a set to Lucas in the middle. She's blocked back by Grinnell. Gossick was right there. Tigers got to get it over. Big swing that time by Knowlton. Tipped back by the Saints. Tipped back over by Grinnell. Here's a set to the near side. Big swing. Bumped up by Grinnell and couldn't quite play it. Stallman had it, but just couldn't control it. It's a point for the Saints. Wow, great action there. That's going to be fun watching Lucas and Gosling go at it each. They're both play middle predominantly, and they're both right there. It'll be fun watching those two battle all match long. 3-3 is your score in our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Saints are serving. There's a set to the middle. Gosling tips it up and over. Played up by the Saints. There's a dink over. Played nicely by Grinnell. Over to out to Loudon. She hits it down, but that's out. Oh, it's tipped. They rule it tipped by the Saints. The far side official said it was tipped by Cedar Rapids Xavier, so it's a point for Grinnell. So Tigers lead 4-3, and Aiden Gosling back to serve. Gosling puts it in. Nice serve by Aiden. There's a dig up. Free ball coming. Grinnell's going to have a chance here. There's a bump. And the set. Knowlton tips it up and over. Nice play by Kendra Knowlton. Up and over the block. Return the favor. Saints did that to Grinnell early. Now the Tigers return the favor. That goes down as a kill. It's not always how hard you hit it. You hit it where they aren't. There's a famous baseball sage said, hit it where they ain't. And that's what both teams have done. 5-3 Grinnell. There's a short set. Lucas bounces it back, and boy, it's 6-2, just gets up so high, and Tigers were there, but just couldn't control it. Got a piece of it, but it falls down on their Tiger side of the net. It's a point for the Saints, and it's 5-4. Grinnell's lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Saints to serve. Ball dug up by Grinnell. Setting out of the middle. Knowlton with a big swing, but into the net. So that is the point for the Saints. We are tied up at 5 apiece. Saints to serve. Ball is there. Bumped up by Grinnell. There's a set out of the near side. Stallman gets it up and over. There's a chance for the Saints. Big swing by the Saints off the block. Tigers were there again, got a piece of it, but just couldn't control it after that. It falls down to the ground. It's a point for Cedar Rapids Xavier. And they lead Grinnell 6-5 here in game number 2 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Grinnell won the first game 28-26. That serve goes out right in front of Coach Sheree Sharp, who stared it down and looked at the line official to make sure the call was right. It was. We were tied up at 6. Kendra Knowlton back to serve for Grinnell. Knowlton puts the ball up, and it's going to be short. It's a point for Xavier. And they lead Grinnell now 7-6. Macy Lucas back to serve. Lucas puts in play, dug out by Grinnell. There's a set back, and that is saved up and over. No, it goes out. Nice effort by Grinnell, but just couldn't control it on the serve receive. Point for Cedar Rapids Xavier, and they lead 8-6. Served by Lucas, dug out by Grinnell. Here's a set now to Stallman. Bumped up by the Saints. Here comes a set to the near side. Big swing, blocked by Grinnell, but it falls on the Tiger side of the net. And it's 9-6. Xavier with the lead over Grinnell. Here in game number 1, Lucas still serving. There's a bump over. Set now. Big swing by Sherman, but that goes long. And we're going to get a timeout. 10-6. Cedar Rapids Xavier leads Grinnell in game number 2. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Tired of bad internet and bad service? Switch to MCG and experience the benefits of better internet. We employ a local team that answers the phone when you call. We provide same-day support and symmetrical upload and download. We offer benefits like free install, free router, and no introductory pricing. We offer internet that works when you need it. No data caps, no fine print, and absolutely no hidden fees. Sign up with MCG today and experience the benefits of better internet service.
Back here at Grinnell High School. High school semifinal volleyball. Grinnell versus Xavier, the Xavier Saints. From the northern part of Cedar Rapids, over here to take on Grinnell. Other half of the bracket has Mount Pleasant playing at Clear Creek Amana tonight, number 1 ranked and number 1 seed Clear Creek Amana. The winner of that match will play the winner of this match next Tuesday for the right to go to the state volleyball tournament. But for now, Saints trail 1-0, but they lead in game number 2, 10-6. Mesa Lucas is serving. Saints have scored 4 straight. It was 6-6. Now it's 10-6. Here comes the serve. Dug up by Grinnell. Knowlton with a set. Over now to Sherman. Sherman with a swing. Dug up by the Saints. It's a short set to the middle. Big swing by the Saints. And they hammer it home. Getting that number time, that was number 2, Ava Deitmeyer. Saints have now scored 5 in a row, and they lead Grinnell 11-6. Tigers got to dig down here. They were down 4 in the first game and came back. That serve is just long. And I mean just long. I was looking right down where it hit, and Tigers took a chance, and it paid off, and a point for Grinnell. And that stops that serving run. Now Tigers go back to serve, trailing 11-7. Caitlin Nath, the junior, comes up to serve. And she promptly serves it back and serves it long. Back to a 5-point game. Xavier leads Grinnell 12-7 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Saints to serve. There's a bump up. The set now to the middle. Big swing by Sherman. Goes off the block and out of bounds. Sherman attack from the back line. From the back court. Tigers get the point. It's 12-8. Tigers to serve. Gosling checks back in. So front line is Sherman, Gosling, and Sini. And serving is Caitlin Smith. Smith with a serve. Bumped up. Set now to the middle. Up and over the attack. And good spot that time by Deitmeyer. Again, not always how hard you hit it where they aren't. And did that time. Point for the Saints. It's 13-8. Saints to serve. There's the ball up, dug up by Grinnell. Just setting out to the far near side, rather. Sherman with a swing, and it goes down. A little bit of miscommunication there. I think each of the Saints players thought, Smith and Miller thought that you got it, I got it, nope, and nobody got it. So it's a point for Grinnell. That's 13-9. Tigers will serve here. Baron Sherman serves it up. There's a bump up by the Saints. Free ball coming up. Tigers have to dig it up and out. They do get it up and over the net. Wow, what a play. Now it's set to the middle. Big swing, and it goes down. Harbeck with the kill that time. Saints get the point right back. It's 14-9. Saints with the lead here in game number 2. Josie Smith back to serve for the Saints. Bump by Grinnell. There's a set to this side. Tipped up by the Saints. Dug up. There's a set to the near side. There's the bump. There's the set. Knowlton up and over. But Saints are right there. Here comes the set back. Going up and over. That time Knowlton's there. Set back. Get to Knowlton. That's was off just a little bit. And that's going to be a point for Cedar Rapids Xavier. It's 15-9. 6-point lead now for the Saints here in game number 2. Tigers got to be mentally tough and shake this off and stop this bleeding here by this run by the Saints. There's a bump. There's a set. Knowlton, big swing, blocked right back at her. Lucas was right there. Gets a big shove from her teammate Harbeck. Almost knocks her down. They're like, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but not so hard. You about knocked me over. They're all having a good laugh about it. 16-9, Saints with the lead on their Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard here, game number 2. There's a bump and the set. Free ball over. Tipped up by the Saints. There's a set here to the near side. Big swing. Bumped up by Grinnell. Here comes the set. Sherman from the middle. Bumped up by the Saints. Short set to the middle. Lucas with a big swing block by Gosling, but it falls on Grinnell's side of the net. And it's 17-9. Saints with the lead here. Saints to serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Tigers trying to save it, and they get it up and over, and they do. There's a setup by the Saints. Nice save by Grinnell. Bump in the set. Knowlton with a free ball over. Saints have a chance here. There's a bump. Set to the middle. Lucas. Big swing and blocked by Grinnell. And again, Tigers were there, but they block it. It falls on their side of the net. It's a point for the Saints, and it's 18-9. Saints with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard here in game number 2. Ball served up. There's the bump. Set over now. Knowlton. Big swing. Dug out by the Saints. Set to the far side. That is long. Harbeck tried to find the back corner. Good idea. Nobody was there, but just a little long. And finally, Grinnell breaks that scoring run. That was a 5-0 scoring run there by the Saints. Tigers at the point. They trail 18-10 with Macy Lau back to serve. So Lau, the freshman, puts it up and serves it long. Point for the Saints. It's 19-10. Saints with the lead. Now Madden Wilson goes back to serve for the Saints. Here in game number 2. Ball put up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Here comes the set. Knowlton with a big swing, but blocked back. Lucas is right there and blocked it right back. It is 20-10. Saints with the lead over Grinnell here in game number 2. There's the ball dug up by Grinnell. Set now to Knowlton. She gets it up and over. Dug up by the Saints. Set here to the near side. Big swing. And that is up and long. I thought for a moment might have been tipped by Grinnell, but no call. Tigers at the point, 20-11. Saints with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Aiden Gosling back to serve for Grinnell. Dug up by the Saints. Short set to coming back. Dink back over. Nicely done. Dug up by the Saints, and they get it over. Wow, what a play by the Saints. Set here to the near side. Stallman's blocked back. Ball has to be up and over. Free ball for the Saints. There's a bump. Set here to the backside. Big swing. Bumped up by Grinnell. Comes a set over to Knowlton. Big swing. And we got a violation on, it blew the whistle. It was out. I think Knowlton's might have went behind that barber stripe pull there, the red and white stripe pull. So it's a point for the Saints. It's 21-11. Saints with the lead. Ball is dug up by Grinnell. There's a bump back over. Stallman with a swing, goes long. Point for the Saints, and it's 22-11. Saints rolling along here in this one. Stringing together long scoring runs. Nice dig by Grinnell. There's a set now. Stallman gets it up and over. Dig up by the Saints. Short set to the middle. Lucas gets it up and over. No, she doesn't. She tried to turn and do it like a backhand flip. Ball hits the net on their side and drops down. Coach Overding talking to her senior player. Point for Grinnell is 22-12. Knowlton back to serve for Grinnell. Tigers got a lot of work to do. There's a ball dug up, hit back over by Grinnell. Nicely done. Baron Sherman hit it, but where they weren't. I think the first time in the match, Tigers have scored 2 in a row. Need to do that a few more times. 22-13 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Tigers trail. Knowlton to serve. Ball is bumped up. Short set. Lucas punches it out. Knowlton digs it up. Set to the far side. Sherman with a swing and just got her footing off. Her and the center Lau look at each other, and a little bit of timing issue there. It is 23-13. Saints get the point. Saints with the lead. Lucas now back to serve. Dug up by Grinnell. He played off the net. Tigers trying to dig it up and out. Couldn't do it. And that's game point now for the Saints at 24-13. Saints trying to tie it up here at 1 game apiece. There's a serve. Bumped up by Grinnell. Lau with a set. Stallman hits it up and over. Tipped up by the Saints. Set to the near side. Big swing by Kayla Miller. Gets it to go down. That's the point. And Saints win game number 2, 25-13. We are tied up at 1 game apiece. We'll be back after this 2-minute break for game number 3. You're watching high school tournament volleyball on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey, Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
Hey Tiger fans, Colton here at Wagon Wheels West in Grinnell, and today's game day boot is this men's Twisted X boot. This boot is going to be super comfortable with that self-stretch technology while also being greatly durable if you have to go and work in the yard or you're out on the job all day. This is going to be the boot for you. But don't get it twisted. This boot is going to look wonderful under a nice pair of blue jeans if you got to go out on the town. And stop in, try it, and good luck Tigers.
It's more than just a game, it's a tradition, a community. Every Friday night tradition deserves a homemade favorite, Pollyized Pizza. Stop in on 5th Ave in downtown Grinnell or order online at pollyizeDgrinnellia.com. Go Tigers!
When change and uncertainty define the times, it's good to anchor to your roots, to honor and nurture them, to remember how it all started, and let that help build the future. Because we know a strong future is built on a solid past, and that past promises mean future follow-through. You can trust us to protect what you grow, build, own, and value. Trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual.
Back here at Grinnell High School, getting set for game number 3. Tigers won the first game 28-26. Xavier, the Saints, won the second game 25-13. So we are tied up at 1 game apiece. Again, it's best 3 out of 5 as YMCA blares through the speakers. Players doing the dances. Does my heart good to have people dance around to a song that was done in the 70s before any of them were thought about or even born. So, gotta like it. Our game number 3 here brought to us by Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Chris Jr. here with you on a Thursday night. Again, tomorrow night we'll have high school football. The Grinnell Tigers battling for the second place in the district. Host the Pella Dutch tomorrow night at TT Craney Field. Pregame around 7:15. Kickoff right around 7:30 or so. That's on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network tomorrow night. Very simple. Tigers win, they're in. They lose tomorrow night, they're out of the playoff picture. All right, game number 3 set to go. Brought to us by Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Saints to serve. There's a service ace. Serve that time by number 7, Kaylin Miller. Just a great serve. Just cleared the net and spun down towards the corner, out of the reach of any Tiger. 1-0 Saints. The serve again. That service seat is bumped up. And an error by Grinnell again, and Saints are up 2-0. All games are important, but this, especially game number 3, is really big because obviously we know this one goes up 2-1. It's just best 3 out of 5. Serve up by the Saints. There's a dig up by Grinnell. Set now to Sherman from the back. Dug up by the Saints. That is going to be not able to be played. Good job by Sherman that time to stop that bleeding. Tigers didn't want to go down 3, and they did. They get the point. 2-1, and Grinnell will serve. Junior libero Caitlin Smith. Back to serve for Grinnell. Ball's up. Bumped up by the Saints. Big swing, and let's see. That's going to be, they're going to say that's 4 hits. Okay. Coach Olberding is like, why wasn't that called right? Because it looked like 2 players hit it on the serve receive there. So Coach Olberding's asking the down official. And don't know what that was about, but it's been resolved, and we're tied at 2 apiece. Smith to serve. There's a serve up. Bump in the set. Big swing that time by the Saints, dug up by Grinnell. There's a ball up and over. That's going to be out. Trying to get the set that time for the Tigers. Point for the Saints, and it's 3-2. Saints with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Served by the Saints. There's a bump by Grinnell. Set to the near side. Sherman with a big swing. It's off the block and hits the ground. Point for Grinnell. Marion Sherman, just a sophomore. I have her listed at 5'10", but she gets up there and hammers it home, and Sherman to serve. Tied up at 3. There's the set. Up and over by the Saints. There's a bump. Set to the far side. Knowlton going up. Off the block again. That time Knowlton looked like she saw the block and looked like in midair she kind of changed her swing. Was going to go cross court, then try to go down the line. And whatever she did, it worked. Went off a lupus out of bounds, and it's a point for Grinnell. Tigers lead 4-3. Here in game number 3, we are tied up at 1 game apiece in this best 3 out of 5. Dig out by the Saints, and let's see. Yeah, the pass comes back. All right. The Tigers get it to go down, hits the ground on Cedar Rapids Xavier's side, and Tigers are up 5-3 here in game number 3. Sherman with a serve. There is the bump set to the near side, and that is played up by Grinnell, and that's one of those miscommunications. You got it, you got it. Oh, nobody has it. Falls to the ground. Point for the Saints, and it is 5-4 Grinnell. Saints serving on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Madden Wilson back to serve for the Saints. Bumped up by Grinnell. Here's a set over to Knowlton on the far side. Kinder with a big swing, and that time Lucas is there waiting for her. Boy, she makes a big block. Her teammates just give her a huge shove. All smiles, though, for that one. We're tied up at 5 apiece. Serve up, bumped up by Grinnell. Tigers had a scramble, be a free ball. Saints will have a chance here. There's a bump. And the set going to Lucas. No, on the near side here. Big swing, and that is out. Coaches wanted a tip, but no tip called. Point for Grinnell. Tigers lead 6-5. Subs in for Grinnell now. Lau and Stallman check in for Loudon and Nath. Lau to serve. Lau puts it up. There's a bump by the Saints. Set to the near side. Big swing that time by Xavier, and it was tipped by Grinnell. Even though it was out, Tiger fans started to applaud, but it was tipped by Grinnell. That's the right call. Point for the Saints. We're tied up at 6 apiece here on our Curtis Collision Center scoreboard. Serve up by the Saints. There's the bump. Set to the near side. Knowlton with a swing. Dug up by the Saints. Tipped up and over. Gosling was there, but tipped up and over her. Set to Knowlton again. Knowlton tips it up and tries to find a spot. Couldn't do it. There's a short set to Lupus, and she comes in and hammers it home. Again, Tigers were there. Got a piece of it. Just couldn't get the block. They got the block the first few times, but lately Lupus has been winning that battle. 7-6 Saints. There's a ball served. It goes out of bounds. Point for Grinnell, and we're tied up at 7 apiece. Aiden Gosling back to serve for Grinnell. Again, the winner moves on to the regional final next Tuesday night for the right to go to the state tournament. Gosling to serve. Serves that one to the net. Point for the Saints, and it's 8-7. Saints with the lead. Lupus back to serve for Cedar Rapids Xavier. There's a serve up. There's a bump. In the set now. Knowlton diving save by the Saints. There's a bump. And the set here to the middle. Up and over by Grinnell. Bumped up by the Saints. Set to the middle. Tipped up. Nice diving save by Grinnell. And they're going to call a two-handed hit that time, I think. Yep. Some of the fans booing because they're saying Saints have done that all night long. But again, you can't go by the spin of the ball. I've had several different officials say we do not look at the spin of the ball. That does not indicate whether it's a two-hand hit or not. There's a set to Grinnell. Loudon, or Kendra Knowlton rather, the big swing. Put back by the Saints, and Tigers couldn't control it. It's a point for Xavier, and they lead 10-7. Again, danger time right here for Grinnell. It was 7-7. Saints have now scored 3 straight. Serve up by Lupus. There's a bump. Set to the middle. Stallman with a big swing. And it goes out of bounds. That's a point for Xavier. It's 11-7. Saints open up a 4-point lead here. Tigers got to dig down right here. There's a serve up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Tipped up and over. Free ball. Saints have a chance. There's a set to the backside. Lupus with a swing, and it's long. Breathe a sigh of relief there. Lupus's attack was long. Tigers at the point. And after a 4-0 run, 5-0 run, it's now 11-8. Grinnell serving. Kendra Knowlton back to serve for Grinnell. Dug up by the Saints. Set to the near side. Off the block. Tigers tip it up. There's a bump. Tigers got to get it over. Free ball for the Saints. They have a chance here. There's a bump. Set to the middle and dug up by Grinnell. And the Saints save it in themselves. There's the bump. The set. Over to Smith. Or to Sherman, rather. Off the ceiling. They can play it. And they do. It can be a free ball back for Grinnell. Tigers have a chance. There's a bump. Set now. Set was off and hits the line. Let's see. It is in. Saints coaches and fans wanted to carry, but no call made. Tigers get the point. Wow. 11-9 now. Saints lead is cut to 2. Knowlton to serve. Big swing by the Saints. Saved up by Grinnell. Here's the bump on the Saints side. And the set to Lucas. She tips it up. Smith there to save it up. And the set to the middle. Knowlton from the back row. Long. Just missed getting on top of that one to put that one down. Point for the Saints, and it's 12-9. Saints with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Game number 3 tied up at 1 game apiece here in this regional volleyball semifinal. Dug up by Grinnell. Saints tip it up. And that's just one of those passes there that not much you can do. You try to control it. Saints get the point. It's 13-9. There's a bump by Grinnell. Here's a set to the far side. Sherman tips it up and over. Saints tip it around. They got to get it over. They do. The bump. Set. Back over to Sherman with a big swing. It's blocked, but out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it went out off Grinnell. The motion, it was out. Oh, they're saying it went behind the red barber stripe pole. Okay, that must have been what it was. So it's a point for Cedar Rapids Xavier. 14-9. The Saints lead on a Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Tigers got to dig in here. There's a set over. Sherman with a swing. That is tipped off the Saints, and Tigers get the point, 14-10. Subs in now for Grinnell. Loudon checking in. Also Nath. And Nath back to serve. Nice serve received by the Saints. There's a set to the middle, and there everybody swung and missed. Deitmeyer went up to swing at it, and then she just pulled back. I don't know if she thought Grinnell was going to hit it or what, but it drops down. Point for Grinnell. 14-11. That serve is in. Saints players, he gets overruled, I think. Yep. The chair umpire overruled him. And they talk to each other, and the chair official says, no, I had it. It was out, so it's a point for the Saints, all right? The officials in the stands don't like that call. Bumped up by Grinnell, but we play on. There's a set. Tipped up and over by Sherman. Set to the middle, back to the far side. Tipped up by the Saints, and that falls in for a point. 16-11 is your score. Saints with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Served by the Saints. Bumped up by Grinnell. Here's a set to the middle. Up and over by Sini. Up for the block. Tipped by Grinnell. And that goes out of bounds off Grinnell. Point for Cedar Rapids Xavier. And it's 17-11. Saints with the lead here in game number 3. Tigers got to stop this bleeding. It's 6 in a row now by the Saints. Bumped up by Grinnell. There's a set now to the near side. Big swing that time by Lauren Loudon, and the senior gets it to go. Boy, the Tigers need that one. 17-12 now. Grinnell trailing. Gosling back in. So front line is Gosling, Loudon, and Sherman. Caitlin Smith to serve. Tigers got to get busy here. There's a bump by the Saints. Set to the near side. Big swing off the block. Drops down. Gosling and Loudon were both there. Just again, got a partial block. Point for the Saints, and it's 18-12. Saints with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard here in game number 3. Tigers got to get over, and they do. There's a bump. Set to the middle. There's Lucas right there, but Gosling there to hammer it back. As you said, that's what a fun battle that is. Two seniors going at it, two terrific athletes. Sometimes Lucas wins, sometimes Gosling wins, and Aiden got the better of that one. Point for Grinnell, 18-13. Man, that's fun to watch. Set up by the Saints, bumped up by Grinnell. Set to the far side. Knowlton with a swing, tipped off the block, out of bounds. Lucas and Harbeck were there, but again, tipped and blocked out of bounds. Point for Grinnell, it's 18-14. Timeout taken by the Saints. 18-14 is your score. You're watching high school playoff volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
At Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, we know that the Tigers have a game plan every time they take the field or court. And at Ramsey Weeks, we have a plan for you too. Check out our website at RamseyWeeks.com to get started. You can find all your insurance needs from residential to commercial, and if it is real estate you are looking for, you are one click away in the top menu. Here you can browse our residential and commercial listings. Don't forget, let Ramsey Weeks create a game plan for your new insurance or real estate purchase. Go Tigers!
The definition of sportsmanship is the quality of showing fairness.
Respect and generosity towards the opposing team and officials.
The things you say and do are a direct reflection of your school and community.
Please stay positive and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Back at Grinnell High School, 18-14. Tigers trailing, Tigers serving. There's a ball served up into the net. Point for the Saints, 19-14. Saints with the lead. Here in game number 3 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Class 4A, Region 1 Regional Semifinal Volleyball. Winner on to the regional final next Tuesday night. Served up by the Saints. There's a bump by Grinnell. Set to the far side. Knowlton with a big swing. Hammers it home. Kendra Knowlton unloads on the ball. Point for Grinnell. Lau back to serve for Grinnell. Tigers trail 19-15 as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Serve up. There's the bump. Set back, and that is played up by the Saints and not going to get to it. Kind of a funny looking hit, but it counts. Teagle that time got the hit in. Point for the Saints, and it's 20-15. Xavier with the lead. That's a serve receiver error by Grinnell that time. Just kind of caught her in between. Didn't know whether to go down low or hit it up high, just right there. And it's 21-15, Saints with the lead, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Bumped up by Grinnell. Here's a set to the far side. Knowlton tips it up. Bumped up by the Saints. Short set to the middle. Lucas hit up by Grinnell. Back set to Knowlton. She takes a swing. Nice dig by the Saints. Got to play back in. Free ball for Grinnell. Tigers bump it up. Here's a set to the near side. Big swing that time. Blocked and out of bounds. Stallman gets the kill. Point needed by Grinnell. 21-16. The Tigers trailing. Aiden Gosling goes back to serve for Grinnell. Gosling serves up, and there's a serve receiver error by the Saints. First one we've seen this game. Had a few of those in game number 1, but game number 2 was pretty clean, and so far game number 3 was clean until that one. Point for Grinnell, 21-17. Tigers close it to 4. Gosling to serve it up. Bump up by the Saints. Just setting out of the near side. Going to be an attempt, and she gets it to go in just down the line. Kaylin Miller was off balance, had the foot in the air, but got it to go. It's a point for the Saints, and it's 22-17. Serve up by Grinnell. There's a bump, set over now. Stallman with the hit. Nice dig out by the Saints there. Big swing by the Saints, and again, Teagle gets it to drop in there. But check that was number 5, Madden Wilson, I think, got that one. Point for the Saints, and it's 23-17. Lucas dribbling the ball back there. Serves it up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Setting out of the near side. Knowlton puts it down. Dug out by the Saints. Tipped up and over by the Saints. Now back to Sherman. Sherman with a kill attempt. There's a short set. Up and down home. That time by number 2, Anna Deitmeyer. And Saints are at game point for game number 3, 24-17. Serve up by Lucas. There's a nice diving save by Smith. Short set to middle, tipped up by Grinnell. And that is off Grinnell out of bounds, and that takes care of it. Saints win the third game 25-17. They lead 2-1 back for game number 4. In 2 minutes, you're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Now is the perfect time to start your new shop house or post frame building construction project. Lumber prices are dropping to historic lows, and Proline Building Company is excited to pass those savings directly to our customers. We are offering special discounts on all new projects. Our construction calendar has immediate openings, so you can take advantage of today's low material cost without delay. Ready to get started? Visit us at www.iowadreambuilder.com and let's get started today. Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We are your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
Mayflower Community is currently hiring nursing staff. If you are passionate about healthcare and the well-being of older adults, Mayflower Community wants you. Employees enjoy a daily meal, coffee cappuccino and lotus drinks, fitness center, and a family-oriented work culture that is flexible with your needs. You will find competitive pay and benefits. Mayflower Community, a place to call home and a great place to work. For more information, visit our website at mayflowerhomes.com or call 641-236-6151.
Back here at Grinnell High School, game number 4 set to tip off. Cedar Rapids Xavier leads Grinnell 2-1, best 3 out of 5. So Tigers have to win this one to stay alive. Our game number 4 brought to us by Brent Nickel, State Farm Insurance. Chris Juni, Dan Walker here with you, pushing buttons, keeping us going. Here for high school regional semifinal volleyball. Again, our thanks to people who donated and help offset the cost. We appreciate that. And Tigers serve it up. There's a bump. Set to the near side. Big swing by the Saints. Tipped up by Grinnell. That time Sherman with a swing. Dug out by the Saints. And that ball into the net. The Tigers score the first point. I think in all 4 games they've scored the first point of the game. Won the first one, lost the next 2. Now they get the first point here in game number 4. Smith to serve. Serve goes into the net. We're tied up at 1 apiece. There's a serve out by the Saints, and that was played by Grinnell. Tigers have to get it up and over. There's a bump up by the Saints. Short set, big swing that time, and that was in. Getting that to go down. I believe that was Kaylin Miller. So 2-1, Xavier with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard here in game number 4. Bump up by Grinnell. Long way for the setter to run. Tigers with a free ball have to get it over. Bump. Set to the backside. Tipped up and over by the Saints. Tipped up by Grinnell. Short set to the middle. Gosling reaches back over. And that time Harbeck was there to play it back. And it's a point for the Saints, and they lead Grinnell 3-1. Tigers need to get their mojo back here. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set to the far side. Big swing by Grinnell. It's blocked. It goes out of bounds. And let's see. That's going to be a point. Oh, they say it was out of bounds on the Grinnell hit. So they give that point to the Saints. All right. 4-1. Xavier with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Bumped up by Grinnell. Here comes the set to the far side. Free ball. Saints will have chance to play it here. There's the bump. Set coming to Lucas. Up and over. Diving save by Smith. There's a bump. Set back. Tigers have to free ball it up and over. And they do get it back, and Saints hit it into the net. I thought for a minute the Tigers hit the ball in the net, but they did not. Saints did. The Tigers get the point. It's 4-2. On our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard, Saints with the lead. Dug up by the Saints. Big swing that time. Right there was Aiden Gosling. Ireland went to hit that one home, and Gosling right there hammers it back. Tigers at the point. They trail 4-3 here in game number 4. Tigers need this game to stay alive to move to a 5th game. Sherman with a serve. A nice diving save that time. What a serve by Sherman. Save. Teagle tried to dive and save it. Got it up in the air, but nobody else could get to it. We are tied up at 4 apiece on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Serve up by Grinnell. There's a bump. Set up. Free ball. Tigers have a chance here. There's a set. Back to Knowlton. Has to get it up and over, and there's a little misfire there. Point for the Saints, and it's 5-4, Xavier. So the Saints here to serve. Josie Smith serving it up. Bump up by Grinnell. Set over to Knowlton, the far side. Big swing by Kendra, tipped by the Saints. They have a bump. Here comes a setback. Big swing by Sage Teagle. And she gets it to drop in. It's a point for the Saints, and it's 6-4. Saints with the lead. Back to serve. Josie Smith puts it in play. Bump and the set now to Knowlton on the far side. Big swing by Kendra, and she gets it to go down. Tigers needed that one badly. Cut the lead to 1, 6-5. Subs in for Grinnell. Lau and Stallman come in, replacing Loudon and Nath. Lau back to serve. Serve up by Lau. Nice tip up. Saints have to scramble, be a free ball to get it over, but it's a free ball for Grinnell. There's the bump. And the set coming to the near side. Gosling up and over. Saints keep it in play, though. Setting come back, and that is going to drop in. That did drop in. Tigers didn't think so, but it sure looked like it did for me. Coach Sharp saying it didn't. Saying you overruled one there. Why can't you overrule that one? So a point for Xavier, and it's 7-5. Ball is bumped up. There's a set. Knowlton tips up and over, and it hits into the barbershop pole, as we call it, the red and white stripe pole. It's a point for the Saints, and it's 8-5. Saints with the lead here in game number 4. Again, Tigers need to win this one to stay alive and go to a 5th game. There's the bump by Grinnell. Set to the far side. Knowlton tips it up and over. Saints have a chance here. There's the ball hit up by the Saints. Set to the backside. Big swing that time by Stallman. Blocked by the Saints, but it lands out of bounds. And it's going to be a point for Grinnell. Xavier coaches thought Grinnell hitting the net for 4 hits, but no calls. The Tigers get the point, and that is out. Service error by Grinnell, and it's 9-6. Saints with the lead here on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. And now the Saints return to favor. Another service error. Back to back. Point for Grinnell. It's 9-7. Kendra Knowlton back to serve for Grinnell. There's the bump. Set down to the near side. Big swing by the Saints. Bumped up by Grinnell. Set back Knowlton from the back line. Brings it up and over. Short set up. Tigers block it back. Played around. Let's see. It's going to be a point for Grinnell. Called for 2 hits were the Saints. Tigers get the point. Cut it to 1. They trail 9-8 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Knowlton to serve. Ball's bumped up by Grinnell. There's a big swing that time. Kaylin Miller hammers it home. Off of Grinnell. Point for the Xavier, and it's 10-8. Saints with the lead. Saints set to serve it up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Tigers try to get back and over, and that just good serve that time by Lucas. Point for the Saints, and it's 11-8. Tigers in danger territory here. Don't want to get too much further behind. Lucas to serve, leading by 3 for the Saints. There's a serve up, bumped up by Grinnell. Set, tipped up and around, bumped by Grinnell. Set over. Sherman with a big swing, blocked by the Saints, and goes out of bounds, or rather down on the Saints side of the net. Point for Grinnell, and it's 11-9. Tigers to serve. Kendra Knowlton back to serve for Grinnell. No, check that. Number 3, Caitlin Nath back to serve. Bump up by the Saints. Short set. Lucas gets the block back by Grinnell. Saints are playing up. Free ball. Tigers have a chance here. There's a bump. Set again in the middle. Big swing by Grinnell, and that gets it to go. Wasn't a hardest hit, but got it to go down, and Tigers get the point, and they trail by 1, 11-10. Service there by Grinnell. Serve goes long. Point for the Saints, and it's 12-10. Saints set to serve here. Bump up by Grinnell. Set to the far side. Sherman with a big swing, blocked by the Saints. Set now to the near side. Loud gets it up and over. Saints play it up. Here's the set. Kill attempt coming. Big swing off of Grinnell. And that was Kaylin Miller. Now we're going to have a timeout here. We have, I think, a bloody nose by one of the Grinnell players. Maybe took one off the face there. Looks like Sherman trying to stop the nosebleed or whatever it was. Marin appears to be okay. So Saints lead 13-10 here in game number 4 on our Coach Luton Center scoreboard. Saints serve it up, and that's a serve receive error by Grinnell. Saints have now scored 3 in a row. It's 14-10. Tigers have to dig in here. There's the serve up. Bumped up by Grinnell. Here comes a set to the middle. Sherman with a big swing. Dug out by the Saints. Short set to the middle. Lucas up and over. Smith is there. Set to Grinnell. Tip back. Gosling. Check that scene. He had him. And blocked back by, that was number 2, Deitmeyer. And Grinnell's going to take a timeout. 15-10, Saints with the lead. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Hey, Tiger fans. I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments. So no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
Sometimes I worry.
Sometimes I'm scared.
Sometimes I'm overwhelmed.
Sometimes I cry.
And that's okay, because sometimes is not all the time.
It will be okay. You got this.
You got this.
You got this.
Back at Grinnell High School, Cedar Rapids Xavier leads Grinnell 2-1. We are in game number 4, and the Saints lead 15-10 here in game number 4. Saints win this, they win the match and move on to the regional final on Tuesday night. Tigers win it, we go to a game 5. Saints to serve, bumped up by Grinnell. Here comes the set to the near side. Big swing by Grinnell, wow. Lauren Loudon unloaded on that ball. Hardest hit of the night. Point for Grinnell. It's 15-11. Tigers trying to get back in this one. Caitlin Smith to serve it up. Bump up by the Saints. Set now to the near side. Tipped up and over by the Saints. Tigers with a set. Now to the far side. Sherman with a big swing. Dug up by the Saints. Here's a set to the near side. Up and over. Tipped up by Grinnell. There's a set now to Sherman. She comes around. Dug up by the Saints. Short set to the middle. Tipped up by Grinnell. Up off the net. And Tigers get it up and over. Wow. There's a set to the far side. Big swing. Tigers tip it up. Here's a set. And free ball over for the Saints. Saints will have a chance here. There's a bump. Set to the middle. Lucas tips it up and over. Tigers chase it down. Here's a set back. Tigers get it over. There's a set now to the near side. That set is bumped up by Grinnell. Tigers have to get it up and over. It's going to be short, and they get it up and over. Wow. Big swing and block into the net and back down. Point for Grinnell, and the longest point of the match. Wow. Best point of the match right there, and Tigers get it, and they trail 15-12. Smith serves it up, bumped up by the Saints. Here's a set to the near side. Swung on by the Saints. Up, off the pass. Tigers couldn't save it from the net. Point for Xavier. And they lead 16-12. Tigers just unable to get, 3 or 4 in a row. They get 1, maybe 2, but just can't get that 3 or 4 or 5-point run they need. Saints serving it up. There's a ball played up by Grinnell. Up and over by the Tigers. That ball hits the net, goes over by Loudon. Wow. Not much you can do there. Coach Oberding just over there smiling. Those happen. You play the game long enough, you're just going to get those. Every team has had it happen to them, and they've had that happen to them. So Tigers at the point, 16-13. They trail on the Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Serve up by Grinnell. There's a set to the near side. Big swing. Blocked back by Grinnell. Ball's played up. Ball hit up again. Going up. And that time off the shoulder. Tipped up by Grinnell. Tigers got to get it back up and over. Let's see. Saints thought it might be 4 hits, but we play on. There's a big swing by the Saints, and they get it to hammer home. Harbeck that time with this big swing. And it's 17-13. Saints with the lead. Saints are serving up 4. Ball bumped up by Grinnell. Here's a set now. Big swing that time by Loudon. It goes long. Point for the Saints, and it's 18-13. Saints with the lead, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Served by the Saints. There's a bump. Set here to the near side. Big swing. That goes long. It's a point for the Saints, and it's 19-13. Xavier up by 6 here in this game number 4. If Xavier wins this, they win the match 3-1. Saints serve it up. There's a set up by Grinnell. Over to the near side. Knowlton with a big swing is blocked by the Saints, but it goes out of bounds. That's a point for Grinnell. And it's 19-14. Subs in for Grinnell. Lau checks in. Stallman checking in. So you got Stallman, Knowlton, and Goslick in the front row for Grinnell. Lau to serve. Macy serves it up. There's a dig up by the Saints, and that serve receive error goes wide. Point for Grinnell, 19-15. See the Tigers can string something together here. Lau just a freshman. Well, not now. All the volleyball they played, they're no longer a freshman experience-wise. There's a bump up by the Saints. Played up and over by Lucas. Set now to the far side. Knowlton going up. Big swing blocked down by the Saints. Tipped up by Xavier. Now back. Swing up. Nice diving save by Grinnell. They just couldn't get it to go that time. Couldn't make a second diving save. Point for the Saints. And it's 20-15. Xavier with the lead here. Saints back to serve. Madden Wilson goes back to serve for Xavier. Ball is bumped up by Grinnell. Here's a set to the middle. Gosling just pushes it straight down. Aiden Gosling there on that short set. Just basically pushes it straight down before the blockers could even get there. Tigers get the point. They trail 20-16 on a Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Now Aiden to serve. Gosling puts it in play. Nice serve by Aiden. Serve receive error by the Saints. Tigers get a point. It's 20-17. Gosling to serve. Serve goes long. Point for Xavier, 21-17. Timeout taken by Grinnell, I do think. 21-17, Xavier with the lead. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Hey, Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments. So no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
Hey Tiger fans, Colton here at Wagon Wheels West in Grinnell, and today's game day boot is this men's Twisted X boot. This boot is going to be super comfortable with that cell stretch technology, while also being greatly durable if you have to go and work in the yard or you're out on the job all day. This is going to be the boot for you. But don't get it twisted. This boot is going to look wonderful under a nice pair of blue jeans if you got to go out on the town. And stop in, try it, and good luck, Tigers.
Back at Grinnell High School, 21-17. Saints with the lead in game number 4. Served up by the Saints. Bumped up by Grinnell. Here's a set now to the far side. Stallman hits it up and over. Here's a short set to the middle. Lupkus tips it up. Tipped up by Grinnell. Tipped back over by the Tigers. Short set again. Lupkus this time big swing off the block. Goes out of bounds off Grinnell. Point for Xavier. 22-17. Saints with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. That serve is in. And Coach Sharp can't believe it. Now he's going to talk. Now the chair official, the last time he overruled one, Tiger fans are like it, and this is the same guy who had the problem last time on the other side. Now they're going to talk. And I bet they won't go the Tigers' way. You don't see Coach Sharp react like that, so they're going to say it's a point Xavier, I think. Yeah, they say it was in. Coach Sharp can't believe it. But it's a point for Xavier, and they lead 23-17. Here's a serve up by the Saints. Dug up by Grinnell. There's a set here to the near side. Knowlton had to swing at it. Ball played up by Xavier. Ball up and over. Dug up nicely by Smith. Here's a set to the far side. Knowlton tips it up and gets it to go. Tigers stop that run. They trail 23-18. Students with a chant of ball don't lie. Knowlton back to serve. Tigers trail 23-18 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Knowlton serves it up. There's a set now to the near side. Big swing by Xavier, and nobody there. Point for the Saints, and they are at match point. 24-18. Cedar Rapids Xavier serving for the match here. Lucas to serve. Ball's up, bumped up by Grinnell. There's a set now to the near side. Big swing by the Tigers, played up by the Saints. Coming up in the middle, tipped back and up, bumped up by Grinnell, played up by the Saints. Saints chase it down. Get it up and over, and it goes out. That time, Kayla Miller couldn't contort her body enough to get the ball to go in, so Tigers hold off that match point. They trail 24-19. Subs in for Grinnell. Caitlin Nass serving it up here for Grinnell. Ball gets bumped up by the Saints. Set to the middle. Lucas tips it up. There's the ball bumped up by Grinnell. Here's the set. Tigers played over. Free ball for the Saints. There's a bump. Set to the middle. Lucas with a big swing. Tigers save it. Play it up. Set to the far side. Sherman with a big swing. Hits the net. Drops down. And that will do it. Cedar Rapids Xavier wins 25-19. They win the match 3-1. We'll take this 3-minute break. We hope to have Coach Ray Sharp come up here and talk to us. We hope for that. But we'll take a 3-minute break and come back. You're watching high school volleyball on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
It's more than just a game, it's a tradition, a community. Every Friday night tradition deserves a homemade favorite, Polly-I's Pizza. Stop in on 5th Ave in downtown Grinnell or order online at pollyi'sgrinnellia.com. Go Tigers!
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
At Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, we know that the Tigers have a game plan every time they take the field or court. And at Ramsey Weeks, we have a plan for you too. Check out our website at ramseyweeks.com to get started. You can find all your insurance needs from residential to commercial, and if it is real estate you are looking for, you are one click away in the top menu. Here you can browse our residential and commercial listings. Don't forget, let Ramsey Weeks create a game plan for your new insurance or real estate purchase. Go Tigers! Now is the perfect time to start your new shop house or post-frame building construction project. Lumber prices are dropping to historic lows, and Proline Building Company is excited to pass those savings directly to our customers. We are offering special discounts on all new projects. Our construction calendar has immediate openings, so you can take advantage of today's low material cost without delay. Ready to get started? Visit us at www.iowadreambuilder.com and let's get started today. Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Hey Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We are your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
Mayflower Community is currently hiring nursing staff. If you are passionate about healthcare and the well-being of older adults, Mayflower Community wants you. Employees enjoy a daily meal, coffee cappuccino and lotus drinks, fitness center, and a family-oriented work culture that is flexible with your needs. You will find competitive pay and benefits. Mayflower Community, a place to call home and a great place to work. For more information, visit our website at mayflowerhomes.com or call 641-236-6151.
Tired of bad internet and bad service? Switch to MCG and experience the benefits of better internet. We employ a local team that answers the phone when you call. We provide same-day support and symmetrical upload and download. We offer benefits like free install, free router, and no introductory pricing. We offer internet that works when you need it. No data caps, no fine print, and absolutely no hidden fees. Sign up with MCG today and experience the benefits of better internet service.
Supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group, join the Grinnell Booster Club.
Hey Tiger fans, Colton here at Wagon Wheels West in Grinnell, and today's game day boot is this men's Twisted X boot. This boot is going to be super comfortable with that cell stretch technology while also being greatly durable if you have to go and work in the yard or you're out on the job all day. This is going to be the boot for you. But don't get it twisted. This boot is going to look wonderful under a nice pair of blue jeans if you got to go out on the town. And stop in, try it, and good luck, Tiger.
Back here at Grinnell High School, Tigers lose their regional semifinal match, 3-1 against Cedar Rapids Xavier. Xavier moves on to the finals on Tuesday night, and we are going to be joined here shortly by head coach Ray Sharp. We'll get you all set up here, Coach. First of all, thank you for your time, and tough one there. You know, you come out with a great energy. I mean, the girls are ready. They're the best they've looked. They had fire and energy and got that first win. And then just Xavier, you know, kind of steady the whole night and some serve-receive errors. And I'm not sure what happened, but just things didn't quite go the Tigers' way. But the girls hung tough, I thought, for the most part, and played pretty well overall.
Yeah, they did exactly what we wanted them to do that first set. I mean, we've been practicing for this match, and they did exactly what I asked them to do. And then Xavier made some great adjustments, and we made some good adjustments, but then we had a couple unforced errors that happened at some pretty key points in the game, and that just is kind of how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. What was fun to watch, and I pointed this out early, was their big hitter Lucas against our best blocker Aiden.
Yeah.
Those two in the middle, that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're just a volleyball fan, I mean, obviously you're disappointed we got the loss, but still fun to watch those two terrific athletes go at it. And
absolutely.
I think it was about 50-50 the whole night. Nobody got the better half. It just was fun to watch.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
And so, you know, I mean, you look at a match like this, and it's, you know, as you know, in big matches, you played in state tournaments and everything, and you get to this level, every little mistake is magnified. And as you said, some uncharacteristic serve-receive errors and service errors, you know, hitting it long and stuff. You know, you get down 4, you get a couple points, and then you just get ready to roll, and then something, like you said, uncharacteristic mistake, and hard to put your finger on those. But, you know, you got to tip your hat to Xavier. You know, they're solid. They play a lot of 5A schools, and, you know, as you said, they made good adjustments. But apart from that, what was one of the key – you said they made adjustments. What was one of the key things you saw that they did that maybe helped kind of turn the tide a little bit their way?
Especially in that second set, they really started to get a handle on where Marin and Kendra were trying to put the ball. And we weren't able to adjust quite as quickly to that block, especially that number 8. She kind of ate us up there in the middle there. And so once they had made that adjustment, it was hard to kind of combat that because those are our two best hitters. And we weren't doing a super great job on serve receive. So because of that, we couldn't get the ball to our middle. And, you know, it kind of downhill slides pretty quick after that. But I was really, really proud of them. They hung in and they stuck with it. And I thought we could get another set out of it. But, you know.
Yeah, it's neat to see from the start of the season out to now how this team has grown, especially mental toughness. We talked about that, you know, a few matches ago. So, yeah, very proud. And, you know, at this point, it's always tough. Even if you win the state title, you know, you played your last volleyball, you're saying goodbye to 5 seniors. Can just briefly summarize, you know, what they meant to this program and, you know, what it's been like to coach them?
Well, I'll just go through them real quick. So you've got Taryn Stallman, who is just a little bit of a firecracker. She's got such a fun personality, and when she gets a hold of the ball, she can rip it hard. And she has made some really great growth this year. She's just such a fun person to have out there, and I can't imagine our team without her at this point, but I can't imagine the team without any of them, so it's going to be hard. Then you've got Lauren Loudon, who plays opposite Taryn. She's her other right side, and again, when she gets a hold of that ball, she can certainly rip it. You saw a couple of balls she sent flying that I mean, she is a strong player. She's great in the weight room. But she is also so steady. She was in the gym every single day, putting nets up, taking nets down. She is just your classic, I'm going to lead by example type of person. And, I mean, she's great. We will miss her leadership desperately next year. Then you got Aiden Gosling, who is such a phenomenal athlete, so athletic. She just is kind of one of those lead by examples, but in a different way. She just puts her head down and works. She is just a workhorse. She pulls, and she just does exactly what I ask her to do. No complaints. Okay, got it. I'm in. She's great. Then you've got Addie Gosling, her sister. Addie is the type of person that she just wants to play volleyball. Just tell me where, tell me what I'm doing. I'm ready. Always. She will do anything I ask her to do without complaint, and she's always got a smile on her face. She's awesome. Then you got Isabel Holden. She dual sported with Tiger Paws this year. So best of luck to her in her dance season for the rest of this fall and then winter coming. But she helped us with stats. She was kind of our go-to manager. She played a little JV. She has an injured shoulder, so she just wasn't as available physically. But just a wealth of knowledge. I mean, the girls can go to her for just about anything. She can tell them what's going on in school, out of school. She's kind of our all-around kind of girl. So we're going to miss all of them desperately next year.
And I'd be remiss to say, you wrapped up your first year as head coach. When you got the job off, way back in the summer, and you get them together and you do some stuff in the summer and this and that, and now here we are.
Here we are.
At the end of the road. And, big picture-wise, when you look back, what do you going to remember about this season?
Probably the people that helped. I know you know Brandon coaches in the fall with football, and taking on this coaching position for me was kind of a little bit of a selfish win for me, because it kind of put our family in more of a bind. And we've had some really amazing people in our community and in our circle that have stepped up and taken care of us so well. One of them is my mother-in-law. She picks up Kenna almost every day, and Kenna couldn't be in a better spot. But I've got friends that are picking kids up from other practices so that I don't have to leave practice to go pick kids up. So I think one of the things I will remember is what great friends we have here in Grinnell. Because once you find your circle, there's not much better than that. The other thing I'm going to remember about this season is how hard and wonderful it was. You don't know till you know. And head coaching is one of those things that you can get a lot of joy out of it. But, man, there's a lot that goes into it that no one knows about. And it's hard and great all at the same time.
Like that line from the baseball movie, but the heart is what makes it good.
Absolutely.
So, well, Coach, again, congratulations on a great season. Girls showed improvement all year, playing good volleyball at the right time. Just fell a little short tonight, but overall, congratulations. Thanks for your time, and good luck going forward.
Thanks so much.
All right, that's head coach Ray Sharp on our Tiger Sports Livestream Network postgame, and that will wrap it up for us here. For Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juni. Again, Cedar Rapids Xavier defeats Grinnell 3-1. They move on to the regional final on Tuesday. Tomorrow night, Grinnell Tiger football. The Tigers fighting for a playoff spot. Host of Pella Dutch. Pregame around 7:15. Kickoff around 7:30. We'll have that for you live right here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. For Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juni saying good night on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.